When my mom was choosing the best evening gown in the store for my sisters, suddenly Linda, my bestie's mom, came over and snatched it from her hand. None of them gave in to the other. Give me the dress. It's made for my kid. A dress of this quality should only belong to a refined beauty, and that's my daughter. After a while, Linda lost her balance and fell into a nearby clothes rack while my mom crossed her arms and smirked victoriously. But she was soon pulled down by her opponent. The two continued to fight fiercely just for a dress. Jeez, I opened my book and continued reading. Irene, my bestie, also came over to pat me on the shoulder. We looked at each other and giggled. Peekaboo! Hi everyone, I'm Taylor, 17 years old, a true nerd. I live in a family full of models, including Catherine and Maddie, my two sisters, and our supermodel mom. Catherine and Maddie were the greatest pride of mom. Even though they just started as newbie models, loved and pampered by her, they became very spoiled and mean. I often came to my bestie, Irene, to whine about it, but ironically, my mom and Linda, Irene's mom, were biggest rivals on the catwalk. Our two families had long had a feud that was hard to get rid of. Because I was the black sheep in the family, I was often bullied. Once, I needed the science book for an upcoming lesson but couldn't find it. Hearing loud music downstairs, I ran there and to my horror, I saw Maddie and Catherine wearing my book to practice walking. Give me back my book! Take them if you can, dwarf! Even though I was on my toes, they were still taller. They even threw my book back and forth to tease me. The moment I jumped up and grabbed it, Maddie snatched it back, causing the book to be torn in half. The two brainless beauties smiled awkwardly and immediately ran away. It was such a disaster. The next day, I brought the torn book to class. Irene saw that and asked what happened. It's all thanks to my sisters. Irene quietly took out a bottle of glue and meticulously helped me put the book back together. We always had each other back at school, but whenever our families faced each other, it became a different story. It was the registration day for the annual Miss Teen contest. My mom had drilled lots of knowledge and practice into my sisters for that event. She even researched last year's winner's registration number and found out that it was 100, which was also a lucky number. To get it, Mom took us to the registration point at 3 a.m. She even asked me to stand in line and get the 99 in advance so that Catherine or Maddie could get the 100. Just shortly after, Linda and Irene arrived. The tiger moms totally ignored each other until it was my family's turn to take the registration number. Unexpectedly, the organizer gave the number 100 to Linda to get back $300. Hey, I came before her! But I have the money, dumbass. You pig! My mom wasted no time jumping into a fight with Linda. I rushed to stop them, but she started taking off her shoes to use as weapons. Thank God, Irene had quickly intervened to help me, but she got hurt by the heels. Mom, enough! After restraining her mom, Irene apologized to us and dragged her mom away. Poor Irene. As the final day of the Miss Teen contest was approaching, although I normally didn't like my sisters, seeing them practicing so hard made me want to bake them a cake to wish them luck. Irene also wanted to make a cake to celebrate Linda's upcoming birthday, so she called me over to her house when her mom was away. We had an enjoyable afternoon baking with each other. Just before we put the cakes in the oven, suddenly my phone rang. Yes, Mom? But I'm busy right now. But... okay. What's wrong? Jeez, Mom told me to get home to get the pre-ordered stage costumes for my sisters. Irene smiled and reassured me that after the cake was finished, she would send it to me. That night, when I received my cake from Irene, I immediately gave it to my sisters. Everyone was so happy and complimented me non-stop. Lately, my relationship with my family has been improving, and that gift would surely bring us closer. Everyone in the house was very happy until the next morning. Those screams belonged to my sisters. I rushed into the room and a terrible scene was taking place in front of me. The arms and legs of my sisters were covered with rashes. Was it because of my cake? It couldn't be. I knew they were allergic to nuts, so I never used nuts in my ingredients. Could it be Irene? I ran as fast as I could to my bestie's house and saw that she and her mom were walking out. Irene, did you put something in the cake? Irene lowered her face while Linda smirked. My daughter is gonna be this year's Miss Teen. She did what she must. That's all. Now get out of the way, brat. Linda brushed me off and then got into the car, while Irene remained silent and couldn't look me in the eyes. I had no words to describe how painful it was to be betrayed by my bestie. After I told everyone the truth, my sisters desperately locked themselves in the room and didn't set one foot outside. I was so sorry for them, since there were only 2 days left until the contest took place. I had destroyed the dreams of my mom and my sisters. How could I ever face them again? When I was drowning in guilt, suddenly an idea popped up. I came to my mom's room and knocked gently. Mom, I have a plan. The next morning, she and I showed up at the Miss Teen contest as I was carrying the number 99. The night before, I told Mom that I had decided to participate in the contest instead of my sisters. Mom even stayed up all night to help me prepare a beautiful bikini outfit, but when I held it in my hands, I suddenly got extremely shy and scared. Seeing that, Mom gently took off my glasses. Taylor, don't be scared, you're beautiful. But maybe we should stop. I was shocked when I heard that, but she smiled and stroked my hair. Seeing Catherine and Maddie suffering from allergies, then watching you struggle to enter a competition you didn't even like, has made me realize how selfish I am. At that moment, the organizers started calling me and Irene up on stage. Mom looked towards the bright spotlight and sighed. It is our blind dreams and the bickering between Linda and me that has hurt you all. Thank you for always trying for me. Let's go home. I looked at my mother and smiled happily. Even though I was shaking, my heart had never been this fast. I took a deep breath and walked towards the stage. Mom, please watch over me. I confidently walked out with a bright smile on my lips. Both the audience and the judges thoroughly enjoyed my performance. Irene's pretty face and sexy charms excited everyone as well. Very quickly, both of us got into the final round. She and I were standing in the middle of the stage as the spotlights shone on us. And Miss Teen 2022 is... Suddenly, the lighting system broke down, leading to a fire on the main stage. Everyone quickly fled from there, but not Irene. Her leg was crushed by a ceiling piece. Her mom cried out for help, but no one came. Mom and I quickly ran over and tried to lift the piece, but it didn't work. Time to release the nerd power. After making a quick calculation, I easily raised the ceiling piece using the stage props as a lever, and we managed to get Irene out from the fire safely. Irene hugged me and burst into tears. She apologized repeatedly for putting almonds in the cake I made. I forgave my bestie because I knew that deep down, she's a kind person and was hurt deeply because of what she did too. After that fire, my friendship with Irene was mended. Linda took the initiative to apologize to us and asked to stop the conflict between her and my mom, and was accepted with sincerity. For me, I have finally received what I wanted most, something that is even more beautiful than a beauty queen crown.